Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel. Today I am here with my top 4 European Remote Invitational deck profile. At this event I played Eldlich Dragoon, which is the most monkey of monkey decks that you can play. I played this deck because it flew exactly under the radar of everyone's side deck, only being countered by back row destruction of course. I played Judgment for that, if I have it. And overall I got into the top 4. I sadly lost my quarterfinal, or my half final that is, to a very excellent virtual world player. Shoutouts to Daniel Hartman for kicking out 2 Dutchies in this tournament. Yeah, it has been very wild. If you are interested in what happened before this tournament, prize support, everything else, I have a series on my channel called My Competitive Journey, where I walk you through everything from the last week, from testing to deck building to theory crafting to the prize support. And you should honestly give it a watch. It's, in my opinion, of course, a very cool series. And I share everything with you guys. And so this was a top 16 cut event, single elimination, and I played this deck again. I thought it was like the very correct mid-range, I hate that term, but deck for this tournament. Control was very good. Like, I think you should either go like full wombo combo or just like a control deck, and I picked this control deck because I figured that a lot of people might not have been prepared for like such a heavy trap deck. And yeah, it went pretty good. My top 16 match I played against Adi. He is a very great Paleozoic player. Very unfortunate that his meta call of playing Paleozoic didn't work out quite. He was great, it was a lot of fun, but unfortunately he just couldn't out Dragoon. Yay for me, sad for him. He was a great player, and shoutouts to him. Then in my top 8 I played the German champion from the qualifier, Joshua. He played Eldlich Zoo, and my deck is kind of built to counter that. Like, he wasn't able to summon a Zeus once, which is exactly what my deck should do, so that was pretty nice. And then in the half final top 4 I lost again to Daniel, who's going in the finals right now. I am recording this during the event still because I just wanted to edit this and put it out for you guys. And yeah, it has been a lot of fun. I've gotten so much goodies. I'm getting the Dual Dragon prize card for my top 4 performance as well, which is quite nice. A lot of people asked me if I was sad that I didn't go to the finals. I'm not necessarily sad or disappointed. I'm very happy with the event. My main goal was top 4, and after that everything else is a bonus. I really wanted to win the event, of course, because it would be great for my channel and it would be great for future content, and then I'd have the title King of Games. Unfortunately, it wasn't my time yet, but I've gotten so far that I'm sure that it will happen one day. This is really motivating, of course, for the YCSs of next year that should eventually open up, and I really want to continue playing and growing. And yeah, it has been a lot of fun again. And yeah, my main deck is kind of the same as the second place from the remote qualifier, but the side deck and extra deck is kind of different, and I have a couple of things to say about the main deck too. So yeah, let's start featuring the main deck. So yeah, shoutouts to these sleeves that I will have to replace after the event as quick as possible, because they are all messed up from shuffling. And yeah, for the main deck I played Triple Lord. There are a lot of people playing only 2. Those decks really died to Ice Dragon Prison, which is something that I really didn't want to. I think the Triple Lord is really nice. You can have one in your opening hand, you can play around with it a little bit more, and the best surprise factor is that you can summon the 3rd Lord, which came up a bunch in testing and in other events as well. For this event, sadly not, but I only played 3 rounds, so... but yeah, I really like Triple Lord. I definitely think that for a deck like this is perfect. Then we play the Ferocious Dragon with a deadly attack, Dark Magician. I really never bricked on these cards except for match 2 of the half finals, which was unfortunate. But overall, I really didn't draw them. Of course, it's only a small sample. I only played 3 rounds, but the deck performed really well for me. That's all for monsters. Not playing the inside package because the inside package is very bad. You can only resolve 1 fusion, and you play another brick in your deck, and it's just not good. Just not good. Don't play it. You just play good cards, and not like cards that are dead if you draw them. For the spells, triple Cursed Eldland, that of course makes sense. Triple Red Eyes Fusion also makes sense. Just draw it every game. It's fine. It's a 3-off. We play triple Extravaganza. I only saw this card during the entire tournament once, and when I did I saw 3, which was in the last game, unfortunately. Oh yeah, by the way, if you want to have a match breakdown, be sure to stay tuned for episode 4 of my competitive journey, where I will walk you through the tournament a little bit more, and everything that happened afterwards should be up around Tuesday this week. Double Prosperity. I only saw this card twice. Once I top decked it for turn when I was going to kick for game, so I discarded it with Lord, and the other time I had the Extravagance as well, so I figured why would I go for Prosperity. Then we play one Eldlich Black Awakening. This is the only card in my deck that I have my doubts of. I don't think that this card is good because it summons in defense, but it's an extra name, and for the... This is both really nice for the grand game, and it's also really cool for siding out, which is what I used it mostly for. White Destiny is still one of the best cards in the deck. I think you should definitely play another Eldlich at least, because if you have both Conk and Haquero in the grave, you could banish them, and if you set 2 Sanguine, then your plays are going to get messed up really bad. Shoutouts to Called by the Grave that won me the game in the top 4. Not the match, but the game. Just the one-off card. It's really nice and versatile. Traps, triple Sanguine, don't have to explain. Triple Conk, don't have to explain. I'm playing, of course, triple Haquero. Don't have to explain. Maximum of the Eldlich cards. And I play Judgment. This was a card that I cited a lot before, but I figured I might as well put it in the main to be prepared for everything. And I really like this card in the main. It came in clutch in the tournament. Triple Strike, just like the Judgment. It's just so good to like stop a Zeus, stop anything, stop a Lulu, and destroy it. Stopped a bunch of hand traps this tournament, which was quite nice. And yeah, definitely keeping those in the deck. Then we have Triple Thor, which is arguably the least card that I've seen this entire tournament. Would have been nice to see this in the final game, but unfortunate. Played Double Prison. Theory behind this is I don't really think it's good to play traps that are hard once per turn. I know that I'm playing all these, of course, but I only wanted to like cut this a little bit. I played a third in the side deck because this is kind of match dependent and stuff. It's a solid card, but it's like a very cool backup and not necessarily the main strategy against most decks. For example, Virtual World, which is something that I expected a lot. So I wanted to have it in the deck, but not at 3. And the last card is Imperial Order, just for cancelling spells. This card is just very insane and broken, and negating spells is always very, very solid, no matter if it's a Tengi or a Barrage or a Kowloon. So yeah, that's really nice. So that's it for the main deck. 40 cards, and as you see, every card in this main deck is illegal for the next ban list, like the entire deck is. This deck is completely unhit for the ban list, which is nice. Triple Goon, which is the only card that I play at 3 in the extra deck for obvious reasons. This is the most important card. Double Gustav, double Pleiades. From here on it's just a bunch of 2-offs. These are the best Xyzs to make. I'm not playing Liebe because it never came up for me. So I opted to play something else instead. I played double Imduk. If he battles with something he points to, you can destroy whatever he points to at the start of the damage step. Yeah. And you can make him by 1 normal monster. So this is by replacement for Link Spider. It's a card that actually does something. And because he's a wind, you're unable to go into win. And you might be able to use this card to steal a Shen Shen or to steal other resources from Virtual World. Never came up for me, but it's cool that it's in there. They made an appearance once, which was fun, but double Verte never made it, and double BLS never made it as well. This is all due to a very small sample size, of course. We only played, again, 3 rounds at max, so it's bound to happen that I'm not seeing every card in the deck. This extra deck is really solid, and I think I'm going to keep it like this for a while now. And yeah, overall, very nice. Side deck's completely different. Triple Nibiru, shoutouts to activating Sanguine and then not being able to Nibiru, very nice. Triple Lancia, and I played double Draw or double Ghost Ogre. I played this mostly in case I had to play against Dragon Link or Numeron Guru, because someone topped with Numeron Guru, so I wanted to be prepared. Didn't side this card in once, but Ghost Ogre is really, really nice and strong for style this format, especially against Dragon Link. Then some back row removal. Don't think I cited this in except versus the Paleo guy. Yep, not that much to say about those cards. Double Transmigration Prophecy. This is technically here to counter Drytron in case it comes up, and it is okay versus like Eldlich / Virtual World. And it's also niche, but it can happen that you can shuffle your Dark Magician and Red Eyes back into your deck if you don't need it for defense. I wanted to test this card out, and why not test it at an event where it matters, I guess. Such a stupid mentality, but whatever. Yeah, the main deck is just so versatile that I don't really need a lot of things. I sided this in against my opponent in the last match, but it didn't really help me. but I don't think anything else could have helped really. And the last card is the third Ice Dragon Prison, just for if I play against Eldlich or against Zoo, then I am prepared with the third one. So yeah, that's basically it for me. I have to give, of course, the proper shoutouts. I want to shout out Team Erica, especially Som, who tested with me so much for this event. He was ready to test against me with like every deck, and it has been a lot of fun playing and preparing and setting my mind up. And he and I built this deck together after the rough skeleton from what I usually played. And yeah, we finalized on this deck, so shout out to Som, Suffer, YGO on Twitch. The link is always in the description. I have to shout out the rest of Team Erica, of course, for being the best boys out there. And again, shout out to Yu-Gi-Oh! Online Nederland, België for being the best community. I have had so much support from everyone, from friends, from family, from the people online, the community, everyone. I'm just so happy and content, and it doesn't matter if I lose in the top cut because everyone had my back and it just felt nice. It felt like I was truly connected with everyone, even in like these barren times, and it was just fun to chill in Discord during the matches. Shout out to Danilo Verwij, the other Dutch guy that made it into the top. He sadly lost into the top 8 and I couldn't avenge him, sadly, but he's a great player and I am convinced we'll see more of him in the future. Shout out to Jori Landsman for giving me the idea with the Imdux and the wins. In theory it's quite nice, but I don't really see it happening yet. But we're gonna keep it in anyway, so yeah, shout out to Jori. And what else is there to say? Shout out to all my YouTube colleagues for being there for me. I saw the worst duelist, I saw Red Eyes Chocolo in the chat. Shout out to Exordio Duelista on Twitter for retweeting everything that I tweet. And yeah, just TCG Tally gave me support, King Scar shot me a message, and everyone in the Discord. It was just so much. It was really nice for the people to have my back, and it felt just amazing to be rooted for. And shout outs to all those guys for helping me pull through, because that's definitely something you need. You need to like keep your mind in the game and be ready for the next match, and people cheering you on is always the best help. And not sure if I missed anyone. There were so many shoutouts to all my subscribers that also showed up, and people in the chat and people rooting me on. You guys are definitely the best. This is the reason why I do this. And I hope this video pushes me to 2K. And yeah, stay tuned for my competitive adventure, which will be launched at Tuesday. And after that, we will return to the normal schedule of showing deck profiles of wacky ass decks. If you want to see a wacky ass deck, let me know in the comment section down below, because I'm looking for things to make content now that the ban list has dropped and that I can finally let all this go. Yeah, this deck is entirely not hit on the ban list, but with Shen Shen still walking around, I'm not sure if this is the best. It's interesting, Dragoon is still very solid, and yeah, I still like the deck. For now I'm gonna lay low a little bit and play some other decks. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it up at a high note. Soon I'll make a video showing off my dual dragon that I got. You know it. And thank you guys for watching. And we will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!